You should remember that SOLIDWORKS parts are all created from templates. SOLIDWORKS drawings are created in much the same way. You can have different templates with different types of settings. In fact, SOLIDWORKS drawings can have templates of each size of drawings, whether you're using ANSI sizes or ISO sizes. Let's take a look at some drawing templates used to create drawings for these Infinite Skills lessons. Within my Infinite Skills templates folder, the first two templates are parts templates. And if I expand this slightly, should be able to read the rest of the name. The third template is an assembly template, and the final two are drawing templates. Let's open one of these to see what kind of information is stored inside the SOLIDWORKS template. The first source of information we can look at is the Feature Manager. SOLIDWORKS has information stored inside the Design Binder, which is just a Microsoft Word file where you can store screenshots, calculations, and word explanations of various aspects of either the design, the assembly, or the inspection of finished parts. SOLIDWORKS also has a folder for annotations. You may also find folders in the Drawing Feature Managers for things such as blocks and favorites. But what I want to spend most of this lesson on is what's included under the sheet. The sheet is the most important part of the SOLIDWORKS drawing. Notice at the bottom of the Feature Manager, Sheet 1 is listed. If I right-click on the Sheet 1 tab, I can add another sheet. So I could have a multiple sheet drawing, and the two sheets don't have to be the same size and don't have to have the same format on them. The format, you can see, is listed right under the sheet. The two sheets we have created here have different formats. If you want, you can edit the format by right-clicking on the sheet and selecting Edit Sheet Format from the list. Notice when you do this that several other items, such as drawing views, dimensions, annotations, and whatever else was on the drawing sheet disappears. And some of the text that was in the format shows up as syntax rather than just plain text. So if you need to edit the information on the format, you can think of it as being on an underlay behind the clear drawing sheet. To get back to the drawing sheet, just right-click and Edit Sheet. So we have the sheet and the sheet format, and next we have a series of views. On a blank drawing, such as a template, the only types of views you can have are what are called predefined views, so that when your model is placed onto the drawing, the view will automatically assume the properties that it is assigned. This view, for example, is assigned as a front view. This predefined view is just projected from the front view, and so in a third angle projection, this will be the right view, the top view, and an isometric view. You can have additional views that show up here, and as we put models onto drawings, you will see more and more how this works. The settings that are associated with the drawing template are found under the Tools, Options dialog. In fact, all of the settings on Document Properties tab are stored inside the drawing template. There are a lot of options in here which you can change, and these types of options are things that you should probably discuss with other users or your CAD administrator at your company. While SOLIDWORKS gives you the ability to customize many of the fine details involved in drawing creation, there is a lot to be said for uniformity as well. If you are creating drawings along with other users, you should all be making drawings that look the same. And this sort of activity is usually coordinated through a CAD administrator. Once you've gone through all of the options, to save all of these settings and to share them all, it's best to create a template for your company's use. The first thing you will need to do is to customize the format. Again, to access the format, right-click on the sheet and select Edit Sheet Format. If your right mouse button menu only has Edit Sheet on it, it means you are already inside the format. Now, SOLIDWORKS is probably not the best tool to use for editing all of the lines and small text within the border or format. This is probably best done with either AutoCAD, an AutoCAD clone, or a product that Dassault Systems, the makers of SOLIDWORKS, provide for this purpose, called DraftSite. DraftSite is available for free download from 3ds.com. and is a dedicated 2D application similar in capabilities to AutoCAD. If you need to make drawing borders for various sizes of drawings, it's recommended that you do that in a dedicated 2D application rather than in SOLIDWORKS. If you need to add a company logo to your SOLIDWORKS drawing, this is how you can do it. I've added the Infinite Skills logo here. I can delete this, and you can go to the Insert Picture menu selection and browse to the location of the image you want to use. In this case, I'm going to pick a Design Stuff logo, and you can drag it into place and drag the corners to resize. You can also use the fields in the Property Manager in order to precisely rotate, locate, and resize the image. You can even set up user-defined transparency, so I can select the white color and slide the matching tolerance, and also slide the transparency all the way. You can save this format separately from your template if you choose to. Some people get a little confused about the difference and similarities between formats and templates. But the format is really just the drawing border, the text, and any logo that's going on, like we're editing here. If we were to start moving lines from the revision block or whatever this area might be used for in your company, this is an edit to the format. So in order to save this format, we can go to File, Save Sheet Format, and then save it to a specific area. If you have been following along with previous lessons, you know that I have designated a space on my D drive under Library, and I have a folder called Formats, and I'll call this the Design Stuff Infinite Skills B-Size Format. Now, the format has the extension of SLD-DRT. I'll click Save on this. This format can now be used on other drawings if we want to do that. Now we can exit the format by right-clicking and selecting Edit Sheet. This brings us back out onto the sheet. When we're on the sheet, we cannot edit the format. We cannot move the lines. We cannot select the text. We cannot move the logo. So again, you can think of the format as being an underlay under the clear drawing sheet. Once you've got the settings set from Tools Options and the format set from Edit Sheet Format, you can save all of that together as your template. So you can save a template from the File menu, Save As, and then you have the drop-down options to save as a drawing template. Notice that the drawing template has a different extension, DRW-DOT. So the drawing format is DRW-DRT, and the drawing template is DRW-DOT. SOLIDWORKS should automatically kick you into the area you've designated for templates, and I'll give this a name. Again, we'll call this the Design Stuff Infinite Skills B template. A template does not have to have the format on it. So you will find some templates that are just blank. If I save this into my Infinite Skills folders, it will show up under that tab in the Templates dialog. Now when I go to create a new drawing, under my Infinite Skills tab, I have my Design Stuff Infinite Skills B. And you can see that that's exactly what I'm working on now. If we want to create a blank template with no format on it, then the easiest way to do that is to expand the sheet, click on the sheet format, and delete it. From here, I can also delete sheet 2 and drag a window to delete all of the drawing views on this drawing. From here, I can save this as a blank template, and we'll just call it blank. When you go to create a new drawing from a blank template, SOLIDWORKS is going to prompt you for a format. So let's close down this current drawing and let's create a new drawing. So when we go to create a blank drawing from a blank template, the first thing SOLIDWORKS does is prompt us for a new format. Now we can accept one of the standard formats from the SOLIDWORKS installation, or we can browse to find our own. And in this case, remember that mine are my library folder on my D drive in the formats folder, and I can select from one of the standard ones that I have or one of the custom ones that I've created. You can also choose to turn off the format and use a custom sheet size. So the part of this story to remember is customize the settings in your templates, customize the geometry in your formats, save the files separately, and maximize your flexibility.